hope to get this one working again. And hope this time that the string actually sticks this time. Oh, never mind. Right, this time we look like we're about to get ready for qualifying. Jesus Christ here. Jesus Christ. Now I don't want to switch keyboards. Who do you think I am? Someone with money? Right, let's get qualifying going at long last. Oh dear God, what's going on in the chat? Qualifying is about to be here in Bathurst. So, here we go. Qualifying is about to get underway. We have soft, medium and hard tyres. However, expect them to set their best lap times on the soft tyre. Drivers are immediately going straight out onto the track. Rather interesting decision given the track that it is. I wouldn't have thought this been a track you'd like to have been in traffic for. But they have chosen to do this. So, you know, they get held up in traffic, it's their fault. They do want to try and find some help. Fran is trying to get a hack. It looks to be absolute chaos going on up at the front. As there's just cars absolutely everywhere. It's starting to look like Formula 1. But then I don't understand why they're all wanting to be behind one another, because that wouldn't make sense to me. Knight Donner's trying to get out of the way and drop down the order a bit. I think they're all trying to fight for track position as it stands. We've got Fran, we've got Wittmann, looks to be the first one on track with damage. Raiden, I think he's going to pit on off his mediums, which means Fran will be second. And M3 guy who also has damage, so I wonder if there's been a coming together there between Wittmann and M3 guy, although M3 guy's damage has gone, as has Wittmann, so they're out very quickly making their way around this outlap. But then again, it's a relatively long lap. It's a sort of lap where you'd want to just sort of get going. Don't have much time. It's a long lap, meaning that qualifying is going to run out of lap time very quickly. So it'll be interesting to see those on medium tyres are going to have less laps than those that have chosen to start the soft tyres. So that's going to be an interesting decision to see how this one plays out for them. Walter doing, because we all know Walter has tendencies to get things wrong. So Wittmann G, is he about to commit to the lap time? It looks like he is. He charged into the final corner as we now ride on board, so we can criticise everything Wittmann does as we go on to this first flying lap, charging into the first corner, braking just before the 50-metre, but it looks to run a little bit wide there, right out the track. He's using every bit of track that he can have. Can't really see anything for the halo right down. Most of these are using cockpit cam as it is. The rise and fall of this track is something else. Just one straight goes up and down like a roller coaster. Hard on the brakes, another key overtaking spot, and probably the last one for a long while, because I reckon the rest of this lap in the race is going to become very follow the leader. Braking whilst turning, whilst uphill is a very difficult corner to get right. Get on the power, not too late then this bit. Is he flat? What's his commitment like here? Excellent work, really trusting the downforce brakes for chicane, downhill braking whilst turning, comes at you very quickly in that one. And then this downhill section where it's going to be a real challenge for the drivers to get right this one. Before you go into a corner, I'm going to like to call Falcon Corner. I'm sure it's got a name, but it's Falcon sponsors straight. Another key overtake spot was there, but then if you can get in the substream with the overtake button, I'm sure you could try and make an overtake here, and I'm sure we will see people try this. There is no doubt about it. I am highly likely that we're going to see some cars trying to overtake here. It's been a relatively tidy lap. Whether it's been a quick lap, we don't know. We'll see what Wittmann G's pace is as he charges toward the final corner. Now it looks pretty decent, but as you can see, an outlap and his flying lap has already taken him nearly 4 minutes, and just shows how little time as he hits the grass on the exit, and a 43.6. Fran, he comes across the line to set a 45, and through I think I saw him getting on the grass even slower. Bathurst even slower still, although he's actually quicker. Raiden, he's about to start his first flying lap, so right and lad, he comes across the line, he goes third. Impressive lap time from him. Well, Mikey moves up into fourth place now then. You've got Knight Donner, who is about to finish race. He's there as well. Where's Walter? Walter's coming out to start a flying lap as well. So Mike Donner, ooh, a little bit onto the grass. So some of them really running wide out of final corner. Mike Donner gets onto the front row there. And so Ruti, he was a man that was looking really strong in practice. Can he replicate this come qualifying? Yes, he can, as he takes provisional pole position. Nearly 1.5 seconds quicker than Vitman G. So we have Gaz Gaming, Racer Tay, Walter and Raiden, who have all yet to set a flying lap. And the guy currently looks as slow. Is he going to be improving his time? He's improving by 2 tenths, which would be enough to get him ahead of Emperor Products as they charge their way into that chicane at full force down the hill. It's a very tricky section, trying not to hit the barrier. They're on the edge everywhere, every single corner. Say hi to the photographer. And there's Vitman stopped. Vitman stopped. Has he crashed into the wall? Yes, he has. I wonder why he stopped there on the exit. He's not meant to be there. That might have put a couple of the drivers off. There's one of the pink boys. It is Raiden, who is currently sat, and Vitman's gone. Problem for Vitman. Raiden, however, is just ahead of Emperor Products. He's desperately trying to complete his first lap. And I think Race Day was also caught in traffic. He was. So I wonder if that traffic being stuck behind another car is going to slow them down in any way. Be interesting to see then. Vitman going, and that's so disappointing for Vitman in qualifying, and that means that he won't be able to make it in the race. Fran improves his time to go to second. Raiden comes across the line. And it's provisional pole. He gets himself ahead of Ruti in the end then. Where is Race Day, his teammate, who's off into the grass? Race Day's gone off, and that's going to be a problem. Race Day's off in qualifying where it seems such a short amount of time. Walter pops himself very close to his teammate, right in lad, but Race Day's running at a lap time now, and he has only 4 minutes to set a lap time. Mike Donner improves to 3rd place. Where is Ruti though? Ruti's now heading into the final corner. In fact, no, Ruti's heading into the pits, so is Race Tay also heading into the pits. So Race Tay looking like he needs to get another set of tyres on. Crucial race for Race Tay here, as he needs to beat his teammate, otherwise he'll be out of title contention with the 2 races left that we have. And he currently hasn't got a lap time in. Racer Tay might have 1 lap here to do well. Got Gad going down in 10th place, Mikey 8th. Right and lad, he's coming through. Is he going to try and improve the tiny margin to his teammate just ahead here? Flying his way around now. Let's have a look to see what they've got. Hard on the brakes, he stamp on the brakes, charging down. He's 7 tenths up. That's an incredible run of follow. I might actually put him ahead of him 3-9 and into 5th place if he can keep that way through. Charging through the sort of red chrome looking livery of that Yorkshire racing car for this season. Their 2 drivers, 6th and 7th. Down the back straight, launching your way down now. Here we go then. Is this going to be enough for Raiden Lord to try and improve his position? Is he still up on his time here? He might get a bit of distant tour from Mikey. He's still 7 tenths up. This could set him into 5th place, unless Duligan improves it. It'll definitely put him ahead of Walter if he improves by very small margins here. But Raiden is on for one hell of a lap. M3 guy does improve his time and goes 7 tenths quicker than Walter. So it's going to be one hell of a lap now for Raiden to get into 5th. Walter, he's going to be pushing as well as he comes across the line, and he goes into P5 to take that away now. In fact, Raiden drops to 9th. Where's Raiden respond? He goes back into 7th and is ahead of Mikey and Emperor Buttocks, who very temporarily got ahead of him there. So it's a very competitive qualifying, and one man that's not getting in on all the action is Racer Tay, who is suddenly under a lot of pressure to perform. He's going to have 1 lap, it looks like, maybe 2, to try and get a flying lap in. Gaz getting improved, but he's still 2.6 seconds behind. The other Red Bull is currently in 8th place, now it's just ahead of Emperor Buttocks, who isn't actually that far from the back of the field right now. Racer Tay though, he begins his lap and he's going to be under immense pressure now. He's going to right at the death. He needs to perform now. It's all on the line, and how does this happen? Powering up the straight, then we'll catch back later with Racer Tay to see if he can put in a better time. Where's Ruti? 8 tenths down and just behind Racer Tay. Is he going to improve to take pole position? He's 4 tenths down in that first sector. What about Raiden? How's he getting on? He's got Emperor Buttocks just in front of him. Not might hold him up through the mountain section, but a bit of slipstream looks like it could be in order here. And he gets ahead of Buttocks, so no slipstream for you, sir. Vitman G does rejoin. I think we might get Raiden Lad. Where's Racer Tay? We were promising to look at Racer Tay. We'll see how does he get on. We haven't caught all of his lap, but it will be interesting to see where this puts him in relation to the rest of the drivers, the current top 10. You'd have thought he'd have been a driver contending up there for the front, and currently he hasn't got a lap time. He's got 50 seconds. This is going to have to be one hell of a lap time, and I reckon it could be here, although he's very good enough to improve his position, so he doesn't start at the back. Pitman G looks like will also be starting at the back. Right and Lod does improve his time, but I don't know if that improves his position. As here comes Race Day, who hasn't got a lap time on the board. He hasn't even got a banker, so this is a very important lap now for Race Day. He takes a lot of curb there on the inside. That might have slowed him down. So here we go then into the final corner. Now how does he attack this corner? Does he attack this corner? Is he pushing? It looked like he touched the grass there on entry as he comes out the final corner on the run up to the line, which is a fair bit down the main straight, and he gets onto the front row with that lap. Split it, getting ahead of Ruti and onto the front row for another magenta front row lockout, it looks like then. That's Walter in the wall, Fran also in the wall. Right and Lod still desperately trying to improve in from 7th place, and 3Guy 8th place. He's got a car right in front of him. It's Fran right in front of him, 3Guy, and I think that might have held him 3Guy up, as in 3Guy looks to try and get his way past now, and Raiden has got these two in front. The qualifying is over, so these will now be sitting their last lap time as Fran gets onto the grass to get out the way of him. 3Guy, does he know he's got Raiden behind him though? It's to be interesting to see what happens with this load of debacle of cars here. And in fact, I think Raiden had to weave aggressively to get out of the way of Fran. Fran just about getting out of the way. Ninth Honor is in the pits now then. So we've got Ruti. He's going around Race Tay. Is he actually going to be able to improve his time? It's going to be difficult to tell from his car getting it horribly wrong here. Just in front of him, it's Right and Loud who's being approached by Race Tay, a man desperately trying to improve his time to see if he can get any close to that pole position. The qualifying is now over then. So Racer Tay is on the back of Right and Lod, but is he now go past it? He's going to sit back. I wonder if any slipstream is going to improve his time there. Right and Lod looked to take a lot of curb. Racer Tay took the curb a little less on this occasion than we did see him on the last time. Here we go then over the top of the hill. Now then out the final corner. Does Racer Tay improve his time for pole position? No, he does not, and I think once the qualifying over now, we've got just one car coming around the final corner now, and it is across the line, whoever it is Ruti who doesn't improve. Now we just need Wizard, who gets out onto the track because of 12 minutes, I mean. And he's actually hit the back of Ruti. So then, the grid is set. The qualifier has ended. Vitman G isn't in, but I think we'll back out, let Vitman G start at the back, which is a bit of a nuisance, really. Look at your grid, which is set. Obviously, that the Vitman G, but it's a magenta Mad Lads front row lockout. Ruti looking really strong up in 3rd place, and is possibly contender for a podium here. Do we let Vitman race? I need to decide, because he's my bloody league, so I need to decide whether, yeah, we're going to let him race. Yeah, we do. Oh, hang on, no, we're just going to go, it seems. Yeah, I think we're just going to back out. We'll just back out, put Vitman at back. They are going to hate me for this, but we're doing it anyway. Our people are backing out anyway as it is, but we're going to put Vitman out to the back. That is the decision that has been made by the higher ups. Me. We're going to allow Vitman to race because he's here now, so you know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for this one. I need to look back on the bloody stream now to see what the grid is. Alright. Technical issues mean that we do have to just sort the grid out. So it is Raiden Racetay on the front row. Surprise, surprise. Equipment G goes to the back. Before the safety car, so before you. Actually, let's not say that, it's a bit confusing. So he knows what I mean by that. Alright, we should be good to start soon then. Whenever M3 guy decides that he wants to actually ready up the goddamn thing. There we go, he's in. Alright. So Wizard will be just setting up the grid, making sure everything is indeed in order. Order. So yes, make sure the grid is all set up, ready to go for this race. We have an 18 lap dash to the finish. I mean, I say dash, but it's never as simple as a dash to the finish. 18 laps though are ahead of us for this race, and like I keep saying, it's going to be a good one. I have high hopes about this race. I really hope it is a good one. I've been waiting for this. Since the calendar was announced, this was the race I was looking forward to. So you better not let me down, people. Because I was looking forward to this one. Purely because of the fact that it's Bathurst. Bathurst is always a great race because nobody knows how to drive it. Nobody's quick around Bathurst. They're all just able to keep it out of the virus, to be honest. And there's a bit of a kerfuffle going on here at the moment we're witnessing. It's just turning into a game of bumper cars, it could seem. And there was Walter getting involved on this lot. Actually, just doing a bit of rallycross. Walter's doing some lawnmower business and taking absolutely everyone out in the process in true Walter fashion. Walter just will not crash with grace on his own. He has to take out half the field with him, doesn't he? Someone has just gone on slightly up the road, it is Emperor Products. Walter has to take out the entire field with him, doesn't he? He can't just go out on his own. That's probably Fran's fault. Anyway, what it is, we've now got Fran and Raiden up inside each other at the top of the hill. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I really hope this is a good race, to be honest. As Fitman chooses to take the Racetay strat and drive the track in reverse, looks like we might be ready to get underway then. And we are finally ready to get under. Mount Panorama Racing Circuit is about to be tackled by 12 Super Formula drivers and a safety car. Here's hoping for a good one. And we are then lining up on the grid. It's Magenta Mad Lads front row lockout yet again with Racetay in second, Raiden on pole, Routine Night Gunner on that segment, Fran, Walter and Raiden, the safety car, bringing up the rear with Vitman G starting from the back. It's going to be one hell of a race from him to try and get anywhere toward the front of this grid. Here we go then. Not really any lights to look out for. And it's lights out and away we go. Who's got away well? They all look to have got away cleanly, but do they smack the first corner? Race Day's trying to get around the outside of Raiden into turn 1. Do they all survive the first corner? That is the first question. No, someone's round. M3 guy's round. M3 guy is round. Is this all good though? So the cars start to pile away up into the front of the field. There's drivers going around absolutely everywhere. Raiden tries to get back down the inside on Race T. How's M3 guy doing? Does M3 guy get round the safety car? Safety car deployed. Here we go, boys. The safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. Oh dear God, here we go. So then, the safety car deployed, so they must remain in formation, but we'll just see how well that goes as they file their way around the track. So then, they try to file their way around the circuit to bring themselves back round, and Wizard has stopped on track as required to do so until the leaders come round. This is promising to get exciting. So Race T leads as the safety car gets deployed for the first time in ISRL history. I'm excited. In case you couldn't tell, I'm excited. Here we go then. So Race T, at the end of the first lap, did get ahead of his teammate. Rather crucial move. Fran got into third ahead of his teammate and ahead of Ruti, who dropped back. Vitman G having a fantastic start, avoiding all the chaos. Going from the back of the grid to 5th. Then Mikey now in 6th place as well. 7th is Emperor Products. 8th place Gad. The Red Bull's doing well. The Yorkshire T cars dropped considerably with Night Donna and not even in the points. Then 3 guy getting spun round, causing the safety car to be formed as they start to slowly get their way around now. At the end of the first lap, the safety car is officially a thing, boys. It is here, and I'm excited by this. No one is to overtake under safety car conditions. They're all to follow the safety car until it is said to go in, which I shall also make the call of doing. So here we go, there's been an incident. Raiden's round. Raiden is round. Unbelievable. What's going on here? I don't think no one knows what is going on. Raiden needs to get back up into position. There's been just incidents and now they're all moving slowly. No one knows what's going on. Nobody knows what is going on. Just go. Go, 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 just go. What is going on here? I think Raiden's gone round under the safety car. Some of them have overtaken and some have not overtaken. Oh no, Walter's going slowly. So, Raiden has got himself back up into position. Well done on that department, guys. However, Ruti's ended up ahead of Fran. It's in trial phase at the moment. I think Ruti and Fran have actually swapped positions, but other than that, everything is looking good right now. Everyone is indeed in position then. And Fran has got himself back at a Ruti, so we're all back into positions where we should be. And the safety car is a thing now. And we are under safety car conditions. So they're not to overtake, they're all to follow the safety car until the safety car goes in. And there goes Wizard, our safety car driver, leading them around the laps here at Bathurst as the fictional marshals start to clear up the debris from first lap instance. We'll hope to see slightly less chaos heading into turn 1 when the safety car inevitably goes in. Make sure no one could be any damage. No one has chosen to dive into the pit. That is an option, but obviously with it being the first lap, it's not really worth it. You're going to lose out a lot. The tyres aren't really going to be warm, but if we get a mid-race safety car, I wouldn't put it out of the question, depending on when. It might help some of the drivers as well to actually whack it into a higher fuel mix to save fuel and therefore also save tyres at the same time. This could really help now. Ruti's gone ahead of Fran again under safety car. I'm not really too sure what's happened here. So then, here we go then. I think just an extra lap, because it's a bit late to call it now. So just one more lap under the safety car and we should be ready to go. This is quite a... I'm going to be honest, this just looks really cool. I'm really proud about this. I don't know if I should be or not. I don't know how the drivers are coping with this. They probably all hate me for this. M3 guy though, and Night Donna are probably loving this because it was them that dropped a long way down the order. M3 guy facing the wrong way out of the first corner. I didn't really catch what had happened there. And so, out of the first corner, M3 guy did face the wrong direction. So yeah, M3 guy facing the wrong direction out of the first corner, bringing out the safety car, allowing him to actually catch right back up onto the pack, which is obviously the benefit of this system, is that drivers getting involved in an incident are not completely down and out of it. Now, how will our drivers, obviously never experiencing a safety car in a race before, how will they cope with a restart, a potential restart on the cars? But Wittmann is the absolute big winner here, going from the back of the grid up into 5th, surviving all that chaos as we just watch him get around there, keep temperature in their tyres. What I do love as well is the time's actually considerably slower as well. Just a couple of corners, we shall give the message for the safety car. When they get onto that straight, we'll give the message to the drivers that the safety car will be in the pit lane. I'm sure Wizard is very proud about it being the safety car actually doing something. So, we shall give the message for the safety car to go in. And we'll see how our drivers cope the race start. Safety car is to go into the pits then. And as Tay crosses the line, they will be allowed to start overtaking. So here we go for the first ISRL safety car. Soon to be the first. Oh, Wizard spun. Oh, that's hardly ideal. What's happening now then? That's not exactly part of the plan. So the safety car's still got a couple of teething problems. It looks like Race Day is just going to lead them through out at the final corner. And it looks like he's going out. Is he going for it? He's gone for it now as they begin the lap. And the race has resumed after the safety car period. And it's go, go, go. And Race Day does lead the pack away in the safety car restart. And he looks to have absolutely nailed the restart. Radon is looking immediately under threat from Ruti, trying to get himself into the top 2. Fran does indeed get that one sorted. And that's been worked perfectly, the safety car. Thank you, boys. Wittmann then Mikey has got Mikey all over the back as well. Is he going to try and shape up a move? They have kept this one seemingly cleaner this time on the restart down on the first lap. And 3 guys all over the back of Nightdon, who's got quite a recovery job now from 5th to 11th. Can Nightdon even score points? The 2 Red Bulls go side by side as Mikey has got himself at a gap. Emperor Bullocks has moved himself all the way up into 6th place. It's been a great race from him on the start though, as they all try to file their way through, still very close to each other, one another at the moment then. Meanwhile, the battle at the front sees Fran being chased down by Ruti chasing down by Fran, chasing down Raiden to try and break the magenta. Modlads 1-2. Race Stage trying to do a repeat of what happened in the Nürburgring, where him and his teammate just sort of ran away from the field. It's had less of an effect here, and Fran is keeping with Ruti, and Wittmann G is trying to close himself back up. Suddenly a podium chance might be on. Emperor Bullocks has had one hell of a start here. Mikey has done well as Gad. The 2 Red Bulls looking really strong recently. The Yorkshire racing cars are just on the fringes of the points. This night Donna looks to try and make his way inside the top 10, thus inside the points. Here we go then. Has Nightdonna got enough to clear the run on Right and Lad? He's going to be quick. He knows he's quicker than this. Emperor Bullocks is in 6th. There's a bit of a 2.6 second divide, and Emperor Bullocks goes off. Off goes Emperor Bullocks. Does he rejoin onto the track? He's going to try to. He's going to really try to, and he gets back onto the track. Should we call a safety car for that one? I don't know, to be honest. Here we go then, here comes Walter trying to get around the outside of Gad, gaming for 7. He's actually gone ahead of his teammate here, and Right Bonner himself back through. So Right and Lad chasing down his teammate, who's trying to get past who's trying to get past Gad. Now the Yorkshire cars side by side with Right and Lad getting the slipstream off Gad. Now Gad gives Walter the slipstream, but Right and Lad looks to make the move on Walter, and now tries to get through into 7th. Not quite though, but Nightdon now move up into the top 10. And Bullocks unfortunately dropping back due to a mistake, unfortunately, for him. But he managed to keep it going again. Right and Lad sticking down the inside, trying to get around the outside of Gad here. And the move is done, and Right and Lad moves ahead. Gad is actually dropping back considerably. I wonder what's going on there then, as Nightdonna and Walter both follow their way through then. Here we go, we've got Fran all over the back, there's contact, but Ruti, is he still going? He has indeed still got that one going on. Wittmann all over the back, it's all kicking off here, and they're all just trying so desperately to get past. And in fact, in 6th, there's defensive. Night Donner tries to go around the outside. Do they make contact? They do not. And Night Donner tries to go around the outside, tries to now get on the power. That's not quite enough. Here we go then, is this Night Donner? Is this Night Donner? It is, trying to get past Walter here on this lap, and he does make the move. And Night Donner moves back into 8th place now. Vimman G's got himself ahead of Fran, who's now got Ruti in 3rd, and the two Magenta Mad Lads have swapped positions as well. It is all happening in this race. Ruti is someone kicking up a lot of grass. It's Fran who's trying to, really looking to struggle to get out of that final corner. A lot of drivers are hutching the grass there. Night Donner, then we have Night Donner chasing down the other Yorkshire T racing car of Wrighton. He managed to get himself ahead of Walter. We've got Gad Gaming and M3 Guy in 10th and 11th. Emperor Bullock staying about 4 seconds back, although he's going to really want to hope to close that gap down. M3 Guy is going to try and get himself into the points. Gad, I'm sure, is going to want to try and maintain those points that he managed to pick up in the Nürburgring to score even more. Night Donner following through now. The only problem is once you get to this part of the track, overtaking is really not really much of an option, depending on how brave you are. And so then that does mean that these lot are going to be just following each other through this section of the track, trying not to make a mistake, trying not to hit the barriers, and hoping that the tyres and that the car can hold on through some of these corners. There's going to be a lot of strain on the tyres, and when they start to wear, things can only go badly, to be honest. Right, the grip, and Fran goes off and he touches the grass. They're heading into the chicane. That went slightly wrong for him. Meanwhile, Wrighton and Night Donner's battle rages on. Wrighton one just ahead, Walter slightly behind the screen. A relatively easy track to defend on, as Gad Gaming is showing against M3 Guy, and as Night Donner is desperately trying to find a way past Wrighton Lad, and it does not look to be happening. This is where he got past Wrighton Lad's teammate Walter, although Night Donner abusing his overtake as he tries to catch his way, fighting his way through the field in the slipstream. I don't think he's going to be close enough to try and make the move here as they high over the crest. Does Night Donner move to the inside? He does go to the inside. He looks to try and get the move down the inside. They make contact as Night Donner flies his way around the outside, and just seeing with much later, Wrighton Lad braked incredibly early there. But Night Donner moves himself into 7th, and Fran is in the pits. Usually he stays out for a while. He's the first one in the pits on this occasion, and so that's Fran in. Where's Night Donner? Night Donner, he's on the hard tyres. Wrighton Lad, he's on the hard tyres. Walter's on the hard tyres. Fran comes in off his softs. Gad Gaming's off on the mediums, and in fact, no, Fran was on the mediums. Oh wait, no, Fran must have, I think Fran started at the softs. Where has he come out? But he's come out ahead of his teammate, rather crucially. His teammate who is charging his way through, and I wonder if there's going to be a pace difference. Fran goes on to the medium tyres, now behind Mikey, so he only lost one position, which shows how they managed to pull out an incredible gap over some of the midfield runners here. Now we've got Vimman and Ruti as the two Magenta Mad Lads. Raiden has absolutely pulled away a gap whilst Race Day's trying to keep with him, or as close as he can with him. Then it's the two Infinity cars, then it's Mikey before the two Force Croatia drivers. But Fran's going to want to try and find his way past Mikey here. The Red Bull subbing in for Hunty for this time only as Mikey touches the grass, and that allows an incredible run for Fran. Fran, is he going to try and get past him into the chicane? No, he doesn't. He's got fresher tyres as Mikey hits a penalty, and that's surely that battle decided, and possibly the battle between Night Donner and Mikey. Night Donner's continuous and ruthless ascent through the field right now. Mikey's going to have to serve it. I think he will serve it on the straight on the exit of the corner. Yes, he does. Does this allow Night Donner through as well? Yes. And what about Wrighton? What about Wrighton and Walter? Are they getting close enough? No, not yet. So the two Force Croatia drivers moving to 5th and 6th and satisfied. Just need the two Yorkshire Tees to get ahead of the Red Bull, and we can keep this streak going. Why is everyone in teams? Gad Gaming, he's down in 12th place after pitting in. CSX, Race Tay is in. So Vimman and Ruti move on. So those tyres really don't seem to be lasting. He's done about 7 laps on those mediums, and that's with the safety car stint in the middle. And the hard tyres run. I wonder if he could see if he can make those hards go the extra 10 laps to the end now. It's going to be really difficult. So the hard tyre runners are starting to reap the benefits here. Raiden's tyres looking considerably better condition, and that's with him absolutely pushing to part the gap here. But suddenly the Infinities might be in a good position, as will Night Donner and Wrighton Lad and Walter, who all started on the hard tyres, as did Emperor Bullocks, who's got himself ahead of Mikey, and M3 Guy. Gad gets ahead of M3 Guy and the pit stops, and unfortunately Mikey's ended up at the back of everything and on a fresh set of soft tyres. So that is interesting, with M3 Guy chasing down Gad, then still that battle resumes coming out of the pits. So as Gad Gaming now pushes his tyres, his new medium tyres, well, it's relatively new medium tyres, as M3 Guy's on fresh hards. So I wonder if these hard tyre runners are going to try and go to the end of this race now. That might seem like the option as Race Day looks to be stuck behind Vitamin G, and this is not ideal for Race Day's race. He does not need traffic, it's the last thing he needs, and that's where Raiden's race is going to come in incredible fashion, although he's losing time to Ruti on those long tyres. So those tyres getting less and less, and now the Infinities are gaining, and they're quick, but Race Day, is he quicker? I think he might be, as he tries to pull to the outside, alongside, one's on fresh hards, the other one's on used hards. That should be enough to tell you the outcome of that battle. So here's Race Day trying to work an undercut on his own teammate. That gap is coming down, and Raiden pits in just one lap after his teammate seeing that the undercut looks pretty powerful. Is he going to be powerful enough though? What's that gap? Is Raiden in? Raiden is in. Do they just now start changing the tyres? Race Day's done it. He's in the lead. Racer Day has effectively resumed the lead and gets out ahead of his teammate as he comes out the first corner now, and Raiden is just there. And Raiden did not even obey the white lines, which is annoying. But Raiden has come up behind his teammate. It is game on between the two Magenta boys. Who is going to win this race? I wouldn't call the Infinities in it to win it, as they're sticking it out a lot longer, and the undercut has just looked incredibly powerful. That opens the door for a lot of things now, as Fran is desperately pushing. I can't see Fran getting these mediums to the end of the race though. Now then, we have Emperor Buttocks who's got himself ahead of Gad, who's got himself ahead of M3 guy, who's ahead of Mikey. Emperor Buttocks having not pitted though, but the undercut is yet again proved to be able to in this battle as Gad Gaming's class. So the undercut is looking incredibly strong here. As Right and Lad is going slow, and his teammates suddenly caught up a lot. This could be an interesting battle between the Yorkshire T Racing drivers. They are all over this one then. Meanwhile, slightly up front, Raiden touching the grass there as he's trying to catch up to a 1.6 gap, and now Race Day's all over the back of Ruti, but crucially, he needs to get past him, and as soon as possible, using that overtake. He can't lose too much time. I think Raiden's also using the overtake to push to pass his way through, and here comes Race Day. Hopefully he gets ahead of Ruti. He needs to get ahead of Ruti to take the lead of this race on track. They're side by side, the move is not done, he's touching the grass. It's going to be touch and go, but Race Day swoops through and he keeps the inside line and he's through and into the lead, and now that's crucial because he needed to get ahead. However, Raiden has managed to catch up, and that is also just as crucial. And in fact, in the background, Fran has caught up to Vitamin G, who pits in. So Vitamin G is one of the first drivers who started on that hard tyre to pit. He's only done 9 laps, but his tyres could have gone as he realised the effects of the undercut. Will be interesting to see if Ruti follows suit. The undercut looking increasingly powerful. Raiden, interestingly, chooses to go to the outside. Night Donner, he's also in. Yorkshire T drivers continuing on. Vimmen on the soft. Vimmen's on the softs. I think I saw that then. Night Donner, he's also on the soft. So it's interesting tyre decisions going on, and Night Donner, he comes out just ahead of this battle for 7th here. Meanwhile, Emperor Buttocks is losing the position to Gad. Gad is really finding a turn of pace here. It's Mikey struggling to get close to M3 guy. So meanwhile, Walter and there's Night Donner. Where's Vimmen? He's out on softs. Night Donner's out on softs. So an interesting tyre strategy is being deployed here. He's chose to go on the softs. I wouldn't have thought the softs could make the end, but I don't think they're in the position to be able to pit and do a one-stop. Whereas these two, could they possibly do the 10 laps? I mean, Raiden's got 1 lap younger tyres than his teammate. This is a battle I've been waiting to see. Race Day versus Raiden now. It's going to be all on track because I can see both of these drivers going till the end of the race. So I wouldn't expect to see either of these two stopping again, unless of course we see a safety car for any incident. But everyone looks to be getting away with this one relatively well now. It's this sort of stage in the race where a safety car would be deployed and they would probably pit in to change tyres under the safety car. This battle at the back really heating up, trying not to finish last. Only 2 drivers will not score points today. So then, here we go then, Emperor Buttocks, he's got M3 guy directly behind him. Emperor Buttocks not pitting in, might possibly be holding him up, and M3 guy does try and get the run on him. M3 guy, here he comes to try and take the move on Emperor Buttocks, and he is ahead. And that's a crucial move. Buttocks staying out in these hards. He's been on since the start, and they're not really working for him much longer. Any life has been gone, whereas M3 guy's fresh tyres seemingly deciding a fight there. Although Buttocks is not giving up. Is he going to go for that one? Not quite, not into that corner. Meanwhile, up toward the front, how's it happening at the front with Fran actually trying to get past Ruti and back onto the podium. Ruti hasn't stopped yet. Fran, I think, will have to stop again. So Ruti's desperately trying to get into a window where he can make the one-stop work going onto the medium tyres. His teammate Wittmann trying to get the most out of the soft tyres to desperately get his way now into that top floor and ahead of his teammate. And he's really closed that gap up. He's nearly about to be a pit stop ahead of his teammate now. With Ruti in for third is Fran, who looks to have gotten away. Ruti's tyres have started to hit a cliff now, and he's got to pit in soon. About 11 laps as long as these hearts can go on. And it wouldn't surprise me to see Ruti pitting in now then. Meanwhile, we've got Raiden and Racer, the two Magenta Mad Lads boys, up at the front, racing away with a 7-second gap between Raiden and Fran, but battling away for the lead of this race. Is this going to be enough now? Raiden just 4 attempts and gaining no use of overtake for either driver now. The two teammates, they don't want to hit each other off, but this is crucial. If Raiden wins this race, Tay is out of title contention. I'm not sure if Tay knows this, but he does need to win this race if he wants to stay in a chance of winning this championship. Wittmann has done a great job coming from the back, and he's now ahead of his teammate and is Fran. So Ruti's dropped down to 5th place on that, and surely Ruti's got a pick because he's under threat of losing the position to Nike Bonner. But Nike and Witt, I can't see him getting to the end. Neither Fran, to be honest, those mediums. I'm not sure they're going to be in a state to get to the end of the tyre. He has got fastest lap though. And Ruti does pit in, so Ruti chooses that after losing 2 positions on that lap, the hards ain't going any further. Meanwhile, the Yorkshire T drivers are running in tandem here in 7th and 8th. They've been so close all weekend. Now how will this battle form out? They're both on hard tyres, they've both chosen the same strategy. Neither have pitted, and Walter's going for it into the first corner, but backs out of that one, out heading into the braking zone for turn 1. Walter tries to power his way out of the corner now. Is there any use of overtake from even? Neither have really used their overtake much compared to some of the drivers. They look to be getting on now here in 7th and 8th. They don't want to be really changing the position. This Gad now stays in 9th place and 3 guy in 10th. Mikey's in again off the soft tyres, onto another set of the softs. And for Buttocks, he actually pitted in a lot last lap as well onto a fresh set of mediums. Where is Ruti? What is he out on? He's on the medium. So Ruti, surely he can get them to the end. He now needs to get as close to the cars in front. That undercut has been proven to be powerful. And in fact, Wittmann, gee, we missed that, but has managed to get himself ahead of Fran, with Nike Donner now trying to chase down his teammate. It's interesting now to see where this one goes, with Fran all over the back of Wittmann G trying to close in, but Fran's losing time to his teammate on the soft tyres now. It'll be interesting to see what team tactics go on here. Obviously these two on the same team. What will be happening now then? Heading down the back straight. No one against him is using overtake. Nike Donner's had a bit of a recovery charge after dropping to the back on the first corner due to an incident which he got involved in that brought out a safety car. Has managed to fight his way to 5th, soon to be 4th as Fran dives into the pits. He's chosen that those mediums ain't going any further. As he's struggling to get into the pits, he's spun on the pit entry. He's been reset. Fran's been reset on the lap where he tried to get in, and he's got a penalty. Absolute disaster for Fran as he spun on the pit entry and has picked up a penalty for corner cutting before getting reset onto the main straight. So Fran has to continue for another lap now, and that's not ideal. The pit entry has claimed a victim here in Bathurst. The two Yorkshire T drivers finally pitting in 12 laps on, and I can imagine them pitting onto the mediums going to the end of the race along with Ruti then. And Fran has just lost a load of time, and his race is practically over with that one, because with Ruti being close and not having to stop again, Fran obviously wanted to stop. I don't think these two are going to pit, and they're in a race of their own as Raiden is all over the back of his teammate now for the lead of this race. You can see them rising over the hill, down through the chicane, a really tricky part on the downshifts here as you race down the hill, trying to break down the hill, trying not to make the car spin. It's very susceptible to doing that around this part of the track. As Raiden's starting to demonstrate, in fact, Race Day makes a mistake, and here comes Raiden on the exit, powering his way down, side by side, coming down the back straight, and Raiden looks to have just gotten a nose in front, but Race Day's not giving up, and he's going to try and keep his car onto the inside, into the kink down the straight, before he switches onto the braking zone then. Does Race Day keep the inside? Yes, he does, but Raiden holds that around the outside now as the inside line, and Raiden takes the lead here in Bathurst. But Race Day's not giving up, and Raiden on the grass, and now Race Day on the grass. He's all over the grass, and that's going to allow Raiden an opportunity to get around the outside into the final corner. It's not quite enough there. Here comes Raiden then trying to get himself ahead. He's now in the slipstream. And here comes Raiden to pull down the inside, heading into the first corner. Under braking, but backs out of that one. Mike Donner pits in as Raiden getting a little bit of a wobble on. Coming out of the corner, looks like he got curled over the curb there with the traction. And now here he comes powering up the straight, charging into the second corner now. Who is going to win this race? Raiden looked to try and show his hand on an overtake there. Possible overtake spot into turn 2. As Race Day desperately is wanting to try and find his way through. Meanwhile, Wittmann in third place. The moment's still going on those soft tyres as Night Donner pitted onto another set of soft with Ruti on the mediums trying to catch up to Night Donner. Fran finally made his way into the pits. Extra set of mediums, extra bit of fuel. Gard Gaming in and M3 Guy in as well. The two Yorkshire drivers were going to the end on their mediums with Walter in head. Resume in 7th and 8th. And to be honest, it looks like that would be the position they finish in. Some solid points for Yorkshire T then. It's looking that way if they can keep it going for the next 5 laps. We've got Mikey coming around the first corner as well. He moves up now into 9th place, trying to spoil their day, but he don't look really to be gaining anything. Gouge Gaming comes out now behind M3 Guy and behind Emperor Buttocks, who I reckon might be able to get to the end. And now Emperor Buttocks might get a chance at the points. Gouge with a penalty coming out the pits is going to ruin his chance for points. All 3 of these drivers desperately need points to aid any hope they have in the championship, which is not many, but they do need points, and only one of them out of these 3 can score points, with top 10 getting points. And it looks like that battle's now going to be between Emperor Buttocks and M3 Guy, who could score points the first time in a long time for Buttocks if he gets these. And meanwhile, up at the front, Race T, is that in the pits? Race T is in the pits. So it's fuel. On fuel, Race T has not been saving. And that means he's surrendered his hand at a battle. And I think Wittmann has also pitted for fuel. And Raiden might have masterfully done a bit of fuel saving and has ended up in the lead because of it. How about Night Donner? He's recently pitted in. Has he now got a shot at the podium? As has Ruti, who's looked really strong around this track. He's going to be able to get ahead though. Race T's out into 2nd place. Night Donner and Ruti. Where's Wittmann? He's also coming out and just ahead of these as they come around the first corner. But Wittmann with a penalty. Wittmann with a penalty as he comes out the pits. And now here comes Night Donner. It's going to be close, but it looks like Wittmann gets up to speed now, but Night Donner's very close, and Night Donner flies past. Very little Wittmann could have done to avoid that one happening, and Night Donner flies through and ahead, and into 3rd place now ahead of Wittmann G. Here we go then, we've got Racer T and Raiden now with a 10-second gap following T's pit stop, and he's also onto fresh softs, so Racer T is going to make sure he can go for this one. He's got 9 seconds, fresh soft tyres compared to the worn hard. He's going to be considerably quicker on this stint, but with only 3 laps to go, it's going to be a very difficult task for T to actually take the win here. But he's up to a challenge with 8 seconds. He's going to have to really close that gap down. It's looking unlikely. Meanwhile, the battle for 3rd rages on between Night Donner, Wittmann G and Ruti. Fran looking at a bit of no man's land after a pit stop debacle with him. Walter has got right and lad, a bit of a 3-second gap there with another 3-6 seconds gap to Mikey. 5 seconds when 3 guys managed to get into the top 10, with Emperor Buttocks starting to drop back and Gad also in 12th. Then 3 guys being spun round, facing the wrong way out of the first corner. Here we got Wittmann G. In fact, Raiden is in, so Raiden's chosen to cover off the undercut, which we've seen has been very powerful around this track, which now Raiden to initially get ahead, and now it looks like Tate's going to get ahead again, and suddenly, I was wrong. I thought Raiden would have had enough, but he's just a splash and dash to come back out, and he's also onto fresh soft, so he's not leaving anything to chance here. It's game on, 3 laps left, and it is game on between these two great drivers at the top of their game around a very difficult track to get right. Who will win, as well as the battle for 3rd place continues to go on now, with Wittmann G trying to chase down Night Donner, with Ruti, Fran in 6th, 7th, Walter 8th place Reiter, 9th Mikey, and 10th rounding out the top 10 is Mikey. Buttocks dropping back, Gard dropping further behind in the Red Bull. It's really looking like a difficult season for Red Bull. Night Donner in 3rd place, still trying to make sure he could stay his way ahead of Wittmann G then, but with Raiden 1.6 seconds, but he now has the advantage of a lap fresher tyres. Will this be enough for Raiden to be able to find his way through? As far as the overtake, it's considerably more for Raiden than it is for Racer T. That could prove into Raiden's advantage, but it comes to getting close enough to overtake, with Wittmann G all over the back now of Night Donner for 3rd place. Who will get on the podium between these two? Who will win between these two? It is all on the line now. Ruty's dropped back, which is very disappointing for him. He knew coming into this one that he was strong around this track. He'll feel slightly missed opportunity from third on the grid. It just went wrong for him off the line, as well as a couple of other drives that it went wrong from. But even one of these two getting a podium would be one hell of a drive, with Wittmann starting at the back, and at the end of the first corner, Mike Donner was at the back, so either one of these to finish on the third, I'm sure, will be satisfied with their drive. Mike Donner taking a lot of curve on the middle of that corner there, though. Racer T trying to lead 2 seconds now, trying to wedge out that gap over Radon. It's coming down though now after the final corner, but nothing significant onto the penultimate lap. Here we go then. Is Radon going to be close enough to win? Racer T needs to win. That gap's dropping. It's dropping. Racer T does need the win here. If Radon outscores Tay by just 3 points, he is out of title contention, and so Racer T needs to beat him if he wants any chance of winning this championship. Wittmann G looks very close to the back of Mike Donner, but no overtake's getting used. Mike Donner has no overtake line. Heading into the second corner now, and Wittmann taking the curve, and he goes wrong, and he's in the wall. Wittmann to the wall. Wittmann to the wall now, his teammates quickly closing in, and Wittmann trying to get up to speed. It doesn't look like it's happening, and Ruty has gone through. Ruty is now ahead, and Wittmann G drops down to 5th, and here comes Fran. Unbelievable scenes, and Wittmann, might have just ruined his chances of 3rd place by mistake on the penultimate lap. It's so easy to get it wrong here on this track, and it's happened, and now that's helped Mike Donner considerably. Radon is up into 2nd, though. He's trying to get himself ahead of his teammate that have been running 1-2 pretty much the whole race, but how will they finish as he's now within a second of his teammate, 6 tenths behind. Might be a bit too far back. It'd be a very ambitious dive bomb if he was to go from here, and I highly doubt he'll do it with what's on the line here. 4 tenths, he's closing a purple sector. Radon's on for possibly the fastest lap of this race as we head into the final lap. It looks all on the line between these two. Heading into the final lap, 3 tenths, he's getting closer, and he's getting closer, and he's getting closer, but is he going to get close enough? He's now 2 tenths, but Racer T just about edges him into the final corner. It's an easy track to defend on, but no track is easy to defend when the person you're defending from is Radon, who does get the fastest lap. Into the first corner then, who gets the better exit? It's all going to be on the line now, final lap, here we go then, heading into the second corner. Here goes Radon, he goes to the outside. Around the second corner on the straight, here we go, purple sector. Is this going to be enough? Around the outside, Radon makes the move, and he's into the lead on the final lap. What an incredible move there from Radon, and Racer T has dropped out considerably. But now, is Racer T going to come back? There's very little time to come back. There's a few overtaking opportunities, and he has dropped back. This could spell the end of Racer T's title hopes this season. And the only man now that could really stop him is Wittmann, who will also have lost a lot of points to Radon. So with 2 races left after this one, so we head to Autopolis and Suzuka to see out the season. It's not over yet though, as Racer T's trying to catch up. He's almost going to get him. He just needs to stay ahead, does Radon, but Racer T is going to try and find his way past. I don't think he can. There aren't many overtaking spots on the track like this, and I think Racer T has gone past all of them, and he's now just about a second back. He's really not helping anything now. Racer T gave it everything, but in the end, it didn't work for him. And as we arrive into the final sector for the final time, both of these people have driven an incredible race, but in the end, only one can win, and it looks like Radon's going to get yet another victory as long as he can keep it on the track. And as he touches the grass, he's made a mistake. Coming out there, heading into the final corner. Final corner, is Tay close enough? No, he's not, and your winner for the first Super Formula race here in Bathurst is Radon to win in Bathurst. Racer T half a second behind his teammate. A valiant effort, Tay, but not enough. Mike Donner, he arrives into the final sector to try and get a podium, and considering he was 11th at the end of the first lap, I'm sure he'll be very proud of that one, but I think he's run out of fuel. No, he hasn't. No, he was just going so into the corner. Ruty, he's in 4th place. Fram has ended up in 5th. So Wittmann drops down to 6th place and might be under threat from Walter onto this final lap. And in fact, that's Yorkshire T in 8th. He's right in lad, and now he's got M3 guy trying to catch up. Mikey's actually dropped down to 10th, but M3 guy is going to be enough for right in lad to lose the position. Is M3 guy going to get into 8th place? M3 guy's really going to need this point, as is right in lad, but who's going to have it? M3 guy, does he go for it? No, he doesn't. He backs out of that one. Really mounting the curve there, but here comes right in lad. I think that's going to be enough. And in fact, Wittmann G is just about going to hold it from Walter. Yes, he does, by a tiny margin there. He just about holds that one on. Ed Walter and Wrighton lad does bring it home in 8th place, with M3 guy 9th. 10th place looks to be Mikey subbing for Hunty, and yet another disappointing result for Red Bull. 10th and 11th, only picking up 1 point for the team. And then for Buttocks, he's looking like he's going to bring up the rear yet again. A rather disappointing season for him, down in 12th place in a full 15 seconds off. A mistake early on. He looks like he was going to have an opportunity to try and score points in the end, but nothing came of it. In the end, Rayton won in a direct battle with his teammate. And a great race that was indeed. There are your official results, with Raiden taking the victory, leading Race T and Knight Donner. Pole position, fastest lap for Raiden to take yet another victory and another step closer to the World Championship yet again. So then, we shall be having our usual interviews with our top 3. Just need to create the party first, and then invite the top 3 in that order. So we had Race Day, Raiden and Knight Donner. There it is then, there's your official results. Raiden winning, Race Day 2nd, Knight Donner 3rd, 4th Ruti, 5th Fran, 6th Wittmann, 7th Walter, only just, 8th place Wrighton lad, 9th M3 guy, 10th Mikey, 11th Gad and 12th Emperor Buttocks, and our safety car, surprise surprise, came last. Raiden fastest lap then, a 1:41.6 in that charge towards Race Day in the end. Hello people. It led the first 3 laps, yeah. Right, well done. Also, Tate, can you just quickly check your party settings so that we can actually hear you this time? Because last time on your interview you mustn't have had your voice to be shared.
Always allowed, it should be shared now. That's
right, okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, it's just, it was noticed in the Nürburgring race in the interview. You weren't saying anything apparently. Anyway, here we are then. Well done to the 3 of you. Great race, as usual. And well done, Raiden and Tay. That was one hell of a battle, I'm not going to lie. What was it like from your perspectives?
Yeah, I think it was more a bit of a war of attrition. There wasn't much side by side. I think it all really came down to strategy. At the end, obviously the soft wore incredibly quickly, and Raiden had the upper hand on them, and it was all about, you know, who was able to undercut the most. Being on a street track, it came down to strategy, and like I say, war and attrition, so yeah, fun, definitely.
Raiden?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, I decided to just pit a lap later than Tay, thinking that the tyres might not last that long, and it worked. But yeah, it was fun battling the Tay, and it was not fun being annihilated at the safety car.
Yeah, what happened there?
Well, me and Tay slowed down for the safety car, and because Wiz was like, he was basically stopped to let everyone catch up, and then I don't think Ruti quite realised that we were there, and that's when I was sent into each other.
Because I noticed you were facing the wrong way under the safety car.
I got a hit on the cheeks as well, that was fun.
So speaking of the safety car, it made an appearance. What were your thoughts when the safety car came out?
It definitely changed the strategy of that race. I think without... It would have been a 2-stop in the first place, but I think it would have been much more straightforward rather than most people using all 3 compounded tyre. So.
What about you two then? Raiden, Knight, what were your thoughts on the safety car?